You're probably training too easy. Not because you're lazy, but because you're stopping for the wrong reason. Training intensity isn't how motivated you feel, how much you sweat, or how painful it is. Intensity is simply how close a set gets to muscular failure. We measure that with RIR, or reps in reserve. If you finish a set and you could have done two more reps, that set was RIR 2. For muscle growth, the most effective sets usually happen within about 1 to 3 reps from failure. For a long time, right? I thought I was training way too hard. Every set burned, my heart rate was too high, I was like beating. I left the gym exhausted, but I wasn't making any gains because I was stopping the moment that it started to hurt. I pushed a little bit, but when it hurt too much, I stopped, right? Not when the muscle was close to failure. Your muscle, especially in higher reps, hurts maybe even fucking 10 reps before failure, right? That's a lot. Now, once I understand the pain is not the same thing as proximity to failure, and I started actually doing it objectively, which I'll show you with this method right now how to do it, my progress completely changed. I blew up. That is why I use what I call the objective hit it or go home method. It's simple. Before the set even starts, when you walk into the gym, when you're resting, and even when you're taking a piss, right? You look at what you did last week. Let's say last week you barbell curled 45s for 10 reps. This week, the objective is 11. Same weight, one more rep. Once that objective is set, right, the set doesn't end when it burns. And it doesn't end when it feels hard. You're not here to feel good, you're here to progress. So, yeah, it might burn in at rep 6. Rep 10 might already feel brutal, but you still go for the next rep. You're there, pushing for that last rep, fighting it so hard you're about to piss yourself, and you try to complete it. Sometimes it just won't move right. The weight stalls or maybe even goes down. That is real failure. You've reached muscular failure. What you don't do is don't destroy your form to get it. You don't turn a biceps exercise into a back exercise. No swinging, no humping the weight, no fake reps, just to protect your ego. The goal isn't feeling hardcore, it's actually just objective progression. If you want to train like this without guessing, that's exactly how my protocol is built. Every exercise has clear progression targets, built in intensity and rules, so you know when to push and when to stop. You're not chasing pump or pain, you're chasing measurable progress. If you want that system, link below, it's in my school. Now, this doesn't mean you take every set to absolute failure. To manage fatigue and avoid strength falling off set to set, most of your work should stay around the 1 to 3 reps in reserve. And the reason for this is simple. If you do 10 pull ups and fail before rep 11, your next set might drop to 7. If you take that set to failure again, the next one might be 5. By the time you move to your next exercise, you're so tired that you're cutting the weight in half. And when you finally get to biceps, it's not that your muscles are just tired, but you're mentally cooked too. So you're basically junk volume. Most research shows that training very close to failure and training to failure produce similar muscle growth. The difference is fatigue. Failure creates a disproportionate amount of it. Here's the caveat though, most people are terrible at judging how close they are to failure. That's exactly why I use the hit or go home method. It forces real effort without mindless failure. So, train with an objective, push close to failure, and manage fatigue intelligently. If you're guessing how hard to train, you're already losing. Progress is the goal, everything else is noise.